But when you were her friend though.
Oh,
You
I
were,
became her
yeah.
friend. I became her friend. And she loved psychics. She had closets full of books. She was into the cult. She told me one day, she said, Anna, oh, Anna, do you know who I manifested last night? I said, who? She mentioned a name, a friend who had died 25 years previous, and he was on her couch. Well, a lot of people think that's nuts. I don't. She was very into the psychic, and I think that's why she liked me, and she singled me out of 200 actors. She singled me out. And many reasons, I try to figure out why did she see me and say, I want her? Why? And an answer came after we closed the show. After we closed the show, I did a nightclub act. I talk about that in the show too. I did a nightclub act with Jack Creeley. And Mae West's first boyfriend came to see the nightclub act because his daughter was in the Mae West show. So he came to see the show. And I joined his table after the show, and he said, Anna, I can't believe it. I said, what? He said, you standing on the stage, you looked like Mae West when I first met her. With the bone structure or whatever, and chubby, because she was heavy and I was at that time heavy. I said, oh, that's why. It was a question of self-love. She must have seen something in me that looked like her. I don't know, figure out whatever it is. Whatever it was, I was lucky. And she liked me a lot. She liked me a lot. And all the actresses were clamoring for new costumes because they were getting torn and everything. I was happy with everything. I was just so happy to be there. I never complained about anything. I found nothing to complain about. I loved everything. She called for me. She said, you're the only one who's getting new costumes. I hurt myself badly during that tour. They did some publicity shots, and they took me to a park where there was one of our warriors, one of our Civil War warriors, on a horseback, and he was on a high pedestal. So they wanted me to have a picture right near that horse, the history. So I picked up my tight skirt and made the big step and got up there, and they took a lot of pictures. Going down, I forgot to put my skirt up again. And whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought I broke my leg. I didn't break it. It was just the worst sprain that ever came. Couldn't walk. I needed help on either side to walk. Thank God that night we were dark and I didn't have a performance. The night before, the night afterwards, we had to go to the theater and do the show. Again, I needed help to go to the theater. Now, this is remarkable, and any actress, I think, will bear me out. I couldn't walk. I was in terrible pain. My cue was entrance. I walked on. No one would ever know I limped. I walked on. I did the show. And as soon as I got off stage, and a lot of actresses say that's happened to them. Now, that's a phenomenon. You tell me. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know the reasons for that. But that was... Anyway, after I did that, she was very concerned about me. You know, Anna, how are you? And, you know, what can we do for you? Very concerned, almost like a mother. But you never say that because she thought she was really 28, you know. Never acknowledged her age. And I mean, I felt her love for me. It's so interesting. And I would visit with her for hours and hours in her apartment. And she would read. She said, I just wrote a script and I want to read it to you. No glasses. I couldn't imagine. She must have been in her late 50s at the time. I was just a kid, but she was 50 years old at least. Her skin, not one wrinkle, not one wrinkle. And her chest, because it was always exposed under the bosom. Peaches and cream. I don't know how she managed that. But anyway, we were the same sign. We were both born under the sign of Leo. I, July 28th, and she was August 13th. So there was a great, good feeling between the two of us. And I had a boyfriend in Chicago. And we were, I never, not that I don't, from my lips, he doesn't have to know anything that, he said the best thing to me before we got, I see, I love romance, and I've had boyfriends before we got married, a lot of them. But always, each one was very special. I never went with anybody for less than a year. It was always a very special thing. And as soon as marriage became a problem, I would say, I can't. But I always say girls are so stupid to talk to their husbands or their lovers about anybody else, about any other romance. It's dumb. Why are you doing it? To make yourself feel better? To hurt him? No way. So I never through my lips ever tell him. But he's so smart, he knows. So this one, when we were in Chicago, I was going with the drummer. It's very exciting to me. I'd never been really away from New York or the family. It was very exciting for me. And we had a great romance. And she was involved with it. She was aware of it. And she was very excited about it. She loved the whole idea. But when I left Chicago, I left him, and there was no emotion in me at all. You know why? I found out that he tried to make a play for my friend. And I'm a great one for loyalty. So I was turned off totally. That made it easy for me to leave him. So I was happy for that.
Yeah.
But the point I'm trying to make is she got excited about that. She loved men. I mean, she really did. She took me to psychics all the time, and I began to love it, love going there. We went to a psychic once, right? They blindfolded us. No, he was blindfolded, I'm sorry. The psychic was blindfolded. And we had to write 3 questions that we wanted answered. And we put it in the bowl, and then he's blind, and he goes and he takes out the... So he read a few of them, and then for the very last one, Anna Berger. I got embarrassed somehow. He said, Anna Berger, in answer to your first question, yes, you're going to be getting a lot of work in your lifetime. You're going to be doing wonderful things. Your second wish is, I forgot what it was, but your third wish is, no, the third thing is, I see a baby. A baby? I wasn't even married. What do I do? I wasn't going to, a baby? I was shocked. So when we got home, Mae West said, oh, Anna, when he said, I see a baby, all you said was a baby. I said, okay, Miss West, what would you have said? She was great with one-liners, you know. So she said, oh, if he had said to me, I see a baby, I would have said, I don't do it that way. Miss West, you're very naughty.